Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're taking a look at another rendition of Takedown Tuesday, GrOp versus Enemies Unknown, the Recovery of Pompeii replay. And if you can see, we are currently matched up against someone a little less rating than us with a few more participants, but we're only a minute and a half from seeing how that entire thing is going to stack out. Now, this is Christmas time. It is currently Christmas Eve as we are playing this, so we are a little understaffed for our participants, which means we'll also be understaffed in our Discord call. Unfortunately, we might not have anybody joining us today, so you'll have to do with just me in the voiceovers. But I hope that's not a problem. Now, before we dive in, before we get going, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and don't forget to fill out that notification bell so you get any new drops or any new information notifications when we drop new content. Other than that, guys, we are 40 seconds away from starting, and we are about ready to dive in and get everything going. But before you do, always remember, activate your buffs. So let's go ahead and activate a squad capacity. And because we're going to be a little tanky today, let's go ahead and activate that squad defense as well. We are infantry after all, and so what we are looking to do is try to be as tanky as possible. You'll notice we finally have all of our marches recalled this time, so we're not waiting like we were last time. We should be able to jump right in about 10 seconds. If you haven't already, and you are excited about it, go ahead and check out thcemporium.ca for any of your merch. We are around the giving season, so don't feel bad about giving, as we are entering into the battle phase now. Granted, it won't be delivered by Christmas, but, you know, that would be impossible. Here we are in the group. We are currently 6 in. There's only one, but he is 97 million, so he is going to be hitting right off the bat. Let's see what else they bring in here. Fr7 is the alliance, and they are coming out of No Limit, out of 194. Well, let's see what the rest of their players look like here. 166 is kind of the highest they have there, 129. So the alliance itself isn't looking too bad, but they've only got 2 people signed in so far. Proplia and Kagance. Kagance? I don't know. It's probably something in a different language. Proplia. Father team, top or bottom? Father is top. So we are just about getting ready here to go. I am going to start a rally right off the bat. We're going to start with our basic 2 rally start system to give them something to focus on. And obviously take those helipads if we can. And put some troops up the field. We got a minute to go here. About a minute and 8 seconds. So we've got to wait a couple of seconds for that first helipad to unlock before we start it. But that's going to be okay. He changed his picture here to Krampus, and so she's making a reference to that. That's funny. 45 seconds. They've got 3 people into their battle now. Who do we got? Silver Fox. Okay, so we are looking at 129, but he only has 6 million kills, so that shows to me that they're not really much fighters as they are farmers, which, I mean, is fine. It just means that unfortunately they're not going to be hitting as hard as we are, which is fine for us. I'm going to take that and play it as hard as we can. Though I'm not, let's make this clear, I'm not underestimating the guy. I'm just looking at it going from the statistics. Without that many kills, with like 6 million kills at 130 million might, just give me 1 second. So now they're going to start marching out. We're going to go here. We're going to rally that with our number 1. As Maya, guess you can come back. So now we got fathers. Let's create that with our ranged. And then we can send the rest here to board. So we're going to board with our riders. And then we're also going to board with our defensive line, because I'm going to put that defensive line right away inside of this operations base. And I'm going to mark that infantry only. Infantry. As you can see, my typing skills are subpar. Let's see if we can get those helipad at least marches filled as much as we can. Starting a march out 3 minutes away is not too bad. We've got everybody kind of sitting and waiting now. Once those marches come up, I'm going to put my garrison over in the operations base. Perfect. So we're going in. Big J can go ahead and take that helipad before we get there. Thank you. You can go here. You can come out this way. So we've got 2 rallies. Thunder's going into garrison. And I've got 1 rally coming, or 1 march going out to the other side. We're going to reinforce this here. Good. We are the rally leader. We're going to keep that. 42 seconds until we can move up. Father's rally is still preparing. Jeebus. That'll be okay, though. It takes a little bit longer, but gives him something to focus on. Move on to the next zombie. Going around just clearing zombies for now, because we still have 8 minutes. Let's click that off, and then we can set a label. Meet up at 47 minutes. We can move up now. Couple relocators. Now we're up closer. Rally's on its way. Let's send that next one down to take out some more zombies. So it seems like we've got the bottom side taken care of. They're going to be probably moving to the north side, it looks like. So we're going to make sure that we push this bottom side as hard as we can. Let's see what Proply is going to try to do by swarming. She's going to lose that drastically. Because I do have a 3.5 million, 3.4 million Miyamoto leading that rally. So Proply is going to feel it. Yeah. If I remember correctly, yeah, 97 million. But this is my point, right? 97 million, she's swarming, and each of her marches is doing much less damage than my 1 rally. Even though my rally is taking much more skill damage, right? You can see the skill damage proccing out, but the basic attack damage, even knowing this is as basic as it is, you can tell it probably as very, very resilient in farming, it looks like, okay? So we're going to keep that point. We've got all of these located now. We're going to make sure that we get these bio-tyrants. Let's move on to the bio-tyrant. They're going to try to focus our area, our helipad, which is fine. Let them. She's basically just suiciding her troops. Good. So now she's finally retreating because she realizes she can't do much with that. And now they're going to come in and try to burn her at home, which is probably the best bet. Let's just make sure we take care of this tyrant first. Alright, so we got the tyrant on the north side, which is perfect. Next, we're going to be looking for that tyrant on the south side, which is going to be ours. Sorry, just turning down some of that music a little bit. Going up on that second tyrant. We're going to move in. As soon as this helipad is up, we're going to move ourselves a little bit closer. And we're going to bring our riders over now that we've got those. Actually, we're going to take the riders and move them into the middle here so that we have them waiting for that bio building. And we're going to move this guy up front here to our operations base. So we're going to move here instead. And we're going to locate that here. And then we can send that alliance notice. Perfect. So we've got that operation base captured. We've got the helipad captured. Now we can go ahead and relocate a lot closer. We're going to move in. And then we're going to go ahead and battle here. Whoop. I want to click on there. Battle. Let's create a squad. And let's actually create one with Robert and Rigero. Why Robert and Rigero? Well, truth be told, Robert is good with his shield. Rigero has a decent shield of his own. So putting them together actually doesn't work. It works pretty okay. It's obviously not the best because I'm running mostly cars, but most of my troops are outside. So in this situation, I'm not worried too much. This is really just for what we can do to literally send him home. Chainsaw Girl is showing up here, so obviously we are going to see some kind of push. She is the 167 million or 160 million player that they do have. But again, this is a situation where they're just chasing. So I'm not sure exactly what they're planning on doing here. Attacking Mother or just chasing troops, I'm not exactly sure. But in the process, we can go ahead and take our Robert and go ahead and attack her instead and see what happens. Like, here's a prime example. I'm attacking with cars and I'm still being able to kind of match her, attack to attack, which just shows me that even Chainsaw Girl is not nearly the fighter that she should be at her might. So what I can do, though, is I am going to go ahead and take these troops back. Let's just retreat those back straight. And then that'll give me another march that I can play with back at the house. Chainsaw's Girl's coming in one march at a time, which really isn't doing her any good. We can easily, basically just send those marches back one at a time. And unfortunately, they're just losing troops in the process, giving us points. So I'm not going to complain. It's free points for us. But it's definitely more sad that they're getting beaten by Robert with cars. 12 minutes in, we should be meeting up here in about a minute for that middle. Let's make sure that we're waiting on the spot. We've got our infantry garrison up front. Sorry about that, folks. Just had a phone call coming in from the missus. So we just got to go ahead and help her out with something. Now, as we can see, Robert, retreat, you son of a biscuit. Retreat. Are they fighting on me? Oh my gosh, they are. Why? Oops. They're attacking me. See, I made a mistake. Are they actually no, I don't think they are attacking me. Well, maybe they are. I just can't tell. Probably not, though. Well, let's see. Maybe they did. Yeah, see, they were attacking me. Bun of a snitch. Didn't even realize. Let's send my troop home. Right through the thick of it. Just through the middle of the fight. That's funny. That is funny. 45 seconds for the biocanister in the middle. And you just watch Kagans and Propilia getting beat by Kashef and Mother. Let's go ahead and battle this ourselves. Mass deploy out some marches. Full there. And Robert Rigero. Full send. March it out. Let's attack the easier lines to get rid of. In the process, let's check out Bella. Oh, she's coming back because it seems like it's not going to be a problem for us to take that. So I'm going to bring her back to this fight here on my front porch. Fighting on my front porch. Ah! That's a really horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression for you. Get down. Ah! Come with me if you want to leave. We're gonna focus on Kagans. Chainsaw Girl's coming over here with Bard. Maybe we should send Bard home. No, let's send Kagans home first. And then we can target frickin' Bard with Chainsaw Girl. See, this is kind of the things that I'm talking about. These are my tier 5. These are tier 5 troops. They shouldn't be able to do that with tier 5 troops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sacrificing tier 5 troops here against what I assume is tier 6. I mean, we'll take a look in the report when it's done. The other option is that this person only has tier 5 troops at 130 mil, which is possible. Right? It's fairly possible. But we'll see in these reports, you know, exactly what it is. Dunk dunk. Dunk dunk. I'm actually going to bring him back. And where's my Miyamoto? Oh, my Miyamoto's in that helipad a long time. I want to bring Bella back. Dang it. Thank you. They are attacking me at home, which I find is quite funny. I mean, I do have Eddie Tom there right now, which isn't great. Pretty defensive, but, you know, no, I'm just waiting for Thunder Riven to come back. Because truth be told... Hold on. Yeah, truth be told... Truth be told, now that I got Thunder back, they're not going to try to fight me. And if they do, they're making a big mistake. Let me see if we can do this. So they're not attacking me now, but I am going to send out my Miyamoto Adut. Because that's my punchline. And I'm going to send that out to start fighting around this area to help push some of these people back. Oh, wait. Oh, it won't let me. Well. Now we got Maya Mota here. Sorry guys, I'm just in the process. My wife is in town about an hour away trying to get some banking and stuff done. So we're just trying to get some things figured out for her. And of course, having to do that mobile is a little tough, but no worries. In the process, let's go ahead and just fight properly here at home. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no sense in letting them stay. Let's burn them, burn them, burn them. 20 minutes in, and we're already up by 15,000. I don't think it's going to be going well for them outside of what we've done. We're pretty dominant. Now I got the hiccups in our response here, so... they should be pretty much, I think, pushed back at this gate. And really all we're trying to do is trying to get that 15,000 for your basic points to get max points. Once you've got your 15,000, I mean, the rest of it is kind of just for the victory's sake, right? So next, we're going to go take these points. We've got some zombies to go back towards. Let's go ahead and also take out my riders, because we've got riders as well we can bring. And they're quick. And then we can march... actually nothing. We're gonna keep that thunder right in our own area because it doesn't seem like they're coming out to fight too much. They're stuck down by their gate, and that seems like where they're going to be keeping them today. That doesn't make it bad for us. That means it's going to be a nice easy win. But at the end of the day, we're not just here about the wins, we are here about the strategy. So as you can see, we've managed to take every single place. We are pushing them back to their gate. And I do blame that on the fact that there are 15 of us and only 7 of them. Once you have only 7 of them, you start to see exactly how one-sided the fight is going to be. Next, we're on to the next decimators, and we're just waiting for the bio-tyrants to set in. Once we get those ones, it'll be a nice chunk more points for us, and we can obviously keep going from there. Killing zombies. I'm killing zombies. Who brings a Volkswagen to a truck fight? No, I'm just kidding. I wonder who's going to get there first. Is my Maya Adut faster than Bella Elena? I mean, my Bella is not awakened yet, and neither is my Elena. Right? Bella's there, and Elena is even worse, I'm pretty sure. I think she's only level 40. Oh, no, she's level 60, but she's only here, so she's not even close to awakened. But, you know who I am close to awakening? Check this. Where is it? I'm showing you. See this? Real close. And then when I go to her talents... Nope, not her talents, sorry. Her skills. I only need about 310 more frags. And after I get the 12 fragments from the back alley doctor, I'll have enough to awaken my Riven. I'm excited, folks. Makes for some good defense. Just waiting on the bio-tyrant now. Let's go ahead and focus on some of these fights. See what they're pushing down below. Silver Fox out here trying to push. Proplia's out here trying to push. Trying to get their points where they can. Obviously, they're not able to take any of the rotations or any of the buildings, but they are going to push for the fights and get the points where they can. Give them credit. Give them credit where credit is due. This is very kind of an example of how exemplary it is. Sorry, it's quite exemplary of how the Pompeii can end up going, because this is pretty much the exact opposite of what my first Pompeii with the Academy Alliance was today. Very one-sided. So it's pretty much the exact opposite. It was flipped against us. We were pretty much fighting uphill the entire time in our earlier one. But the way that I look at it, I mean, even if you're fighting uphill, the best thing you can do is swing for the fences until the time is up. It doesn't cost you anything, right? You don't have to heal your troops, and you don't have them damaged afterwards, so there's no real loss, which is why Pompeii is so appreciative. It is one of the ones where you don't actually have to spend any resources. It's a totally free event that you actually get decent rewards for. And all you really have to do is try. As you'll see, I never heal troops in Pompeii. Once you get past a certain point of actually building up troops, you don't actually need to heal troops. And you can save resources and save a lot of stuff that way just by simply playing smart and, you know, not healing troops during Pompeii. So keep that in mind. It's one of those important strategy points you want to remember. They allow you to heal, but you don't want to use your speed ups in order to do that. You'd save those speed ups for events that really matter more, for more points and things like that. So now we've got the rest of us here. We got Kashef, Big J, Farjam's there, Night Soldier. We're all pushing into Chainsaw Girl and what looks like Seneca? Weird. I keep missing the fight because I click on someone, then they go away, and so I should stop clicking on them and just click on the area around so that my troops can get there. I will say though, Chainsaw Girl does have one of my more liked skins. I am a fan of the Phoenix. It is a pretty sweet Phoenix mech march, but it's not as good as Thor. It's not as good as the Duck. It's not as good as the Dragon. I think the Duck is probably my second favorite skin. Thor is my favorite skin. The Dragon is probably third. Third or fourth. I think the Dragon is a toss-up between the Dragon and the Robot. This one. The one that Father has. I'm also a big fan of this Robot skin too. It's pretty dope. Laser eyes, and then, watch this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Come on, let me see the animatrix. I want to see the animation. Wow, you didn't see the animation. All right, Silver Fox, let's see what you got. Let's punch these with some tier 5s and tier 6s. We're gonna hit this one instead because it's ranged. And so we'll do more damage to it and get them out of the fight first. Now we're waiting for Father to join in the fight. We've got Silver Fox here. We're going to try to send home one at a time. Chainsaw Girl's coming in to support. They are targeting my Miyamoto, though, which is poor for them. They should be targeting my Bella instead. Not only because Bella is weaker, tier 5, but because she, in theory, would deal more damage. So you want to focus on the damage dealers versus the tanks. So always focus on the heavy hitters, the ones who deal more damage first, and then you can focus on the ones that don't deal as much damage. So always focus on your ranged first, then move to your riders, and then move to your tanks. See, like here, we've got some, you know, some riders out, some ranged out. Right? A little bit of mix of both. These are all kind of purple heroes, so they're not going to do much anything anyways. So let's focus on these riders and get rid of Chainsaw Girl, her first. Now we want to focus on, let's focus on this Lewis here. I don't know why they've got Lewis Jaden. That doesn't make any sense to me. especially with Jaden as a co-lead, because Jaden as a co-lead loses almost all of his damage. Still focusing on this. Yeah, this one right there. That's who we want to send home. Next, we're going to send Nakano home. I would focus on Bard, but the thing is, Bard is not a good offensive hero in the field. He's a good, he's a good siege hero to run with, but he's not a good field battle hero as in comparison to the other ones that you have. So if you're leading, like in this situation, they're leading with Bard. He's not getting the skills tree, so he's not doing near as much damage. He's getting the defense tree, which means he's going to be a little bit tankier, but not do near as much damage as what he would if he was leading with Julia instead. So in my opinion from here, it's not nearly as intelligent to, or nearly as smart, pardon me, to attack the Bard as it would be to attack the Julia. Now, you can obviously disagree with me and feel free to point out my mistakes in the comments, because I'm obviously always willing to learn new strategies and new reasons why. But this is just how it works for my brain. So if you can make a better sense that, you know, makes sense a different way, go ahead and let me know. Because like I said, I'm pretty much here to learn as much as I can, just like everybody else. Now, in this situation, there's not really many targets to focus on, so you're kind of just targeting everybody. And here we're just going to focus on the Jaden first because, I mean, he's the one that's in the way, you know, just kind of easiest to target as it is. Next, we can focus on Chainsaw Girl coming back out with the Calamity Sisters again. But we're pretty much doing exactly what we should be doing. I mean, we're 30 minutes in here, about halfway, just over halfway, and we have multiplied their score by 11 almost. So we're doing very well in obviously keeping them specifically just to their fight zones. We're going to grab another bio canister here very shortly, and then obviously just cascade these points above our enemies here. I don't understand this one sending Sarah out. It just sounds to me like they just went click send and then sent their max line, which is just like their auto sending line. So it's going to send the hero that's got, you know, the strongest hero that has the most armaments, for example. So if you already have your fighters out and you have a gatherer with some armaments on it, it's going to pick that one instead for some reason. Let's finish off that that Chainsaw Girl march, and then we can focus on this Kagans march. Kagans. Can't tell you. Kaganse. But again, we're basically just focusing them on one at a time. Let's focus on Silver Fox. After we're done these two fights, let's go ahead and reset our troops. That way we can always have fresh troops on the field. Right now our Miyamoto is pretty hurt. Our Bella is also pretty hurt. Let's go ahead and reset those, shall we? A lot of victory reports. Decent damage. Yeah, these are the kind of ones we want to have. These kind of exchanges all day. Right here. See this? It's beautiful. See, here's Silver Fox. Now, Silver Fox is 100 and... Oops. No, I don't want to fight that. Go back to the darn thing. I keep... This part bothers me. This click all part. It's a really weird function that I still can't get over. But here's my prime example. 129, okay? 6.8 million kills. Let's look at their equipment. So their equipment isn't focused, right? So they're literally just farming. Okay? Their parts aren't very good. They've done their backpack all the way, but they really haven't chosen anything to focus. And my biggest question is going to be what kind of troops this person has. Because it seems to me like they're just tier 5. Yeah, it's just tier 5. So he's 130 million with only tier 5. Now we got Chainsaw Girl. Here's another prime example. 166 million kills, 5 million, or 160 million might, 5 million kills. So if we take a look, I'm not sure what her plan is here. Infantry ranged. Ranged attack and infantry attack. So she's going that side of things. But there's no cohesion, no focus. Yes, she's got purple parts, which is great across everything. But it doesn't do her near as much good as if it was hyper-focused, so that she could even, even possibly have gold parts for the focus of what she was looking at. Which is why I always say, folks, this is why I always tell you, your best bet is always going to be to hyper-focus your troops to the specific marches or the specific troop styles that you can. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't pay, unless you're going to spend like literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, it doesn't pay to spread everything across, because that costs too much time, too much resources, and too much money. So your best bet is always going to be to hyper focus, pick a troop type, and put all of your investment in there. Invest once at a time. Once you get your tier 6 infantry, right, and you get yourself a good infantry march or a good garrison, get some good armaments, only then, once you have everything unlocked for infantry, or once you have everything unlocked for your specifics, do you move on to the next one. Even if you look at mine, for example, I've got red here, so only now do I have red here, am I moving on to doing my red on my purple, or on my boots, right? So I've done red for riders next, then I'll do red for my ranged. Same with parts. All my parts, if you're looking here, I'm putting all of my parts into infantry first. I put a little bit into, into a purple part here on ranged. In my opinion, that was a wrong play. I should have kept that and put it either on the backpack or into the other parts here. But that's where my parts are going to be going into. Parts are going to be going into the infantry first until those are all leveled up, at which point after that, I can go ahead and change them. But that's the whole concept, guys, is not to spread yourself too thin. You want to consolidate your power so that you can still fight in the field, still punch in the field, and still be effective. Whether that's joining rallies, joining garrisons, or even starting rallies if you've got a good, strong enough march. Right? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm nothing special. I've only got about a 2.5 million vehicle, I think, my 2.5, like, vehicle depot. So it's nothing to write home about, but I'm still able to, hang out with the G's that we play in just because of hyper-focusing my infantry lines. "22 minutes left on the clock. We are up by a healthy portion. Basically, all we're doing at this point is just keeping them locked in, folks. And I can't even complain about that. I think that's probably the best thing that we can ask to do. Though it does make for pretty boring Pompeii's. Because all it is fighting at the door. There's no real strategy, no rallies that we got to worry about, no garrisons we got to worry about. And no offense to me, that just makes for, a pretty simple game. And what are we at for points? 112,000, not bad. Nothing to write home to mum about yet. But again, the only thing I'm really concerned with is 15. Once you get to 15,000, the rest of it is just for show. See, here's a prime example. Now they're targeting my Bella first, which is what they should be doing. Because my Bella is going to start taking way more damage than the rest, right? Don't know why I'm not attacking. Maybe it's just because I'm too close to the gate. Like the actual gate itself. See, they should be attacking my Bella, but ideally they should be attacking my Julia first. And this is exactly why I do it this way, because I want my infantry on the field a lot longer attacking, because they're the ones that are actually dealing damage. So my riders and my ranged are really just kind of cannon fodder so that the other teams can come in and do damage. Because as you'll see, my infantry actually has much better trades. And I've got Miyamoto Adut, which is one of the better damage dealing lines out of the infantry side of things. So it really helps with pumping out damage when you need to. Come on, Silver Fox. Come out and dance. I'll play with you. Here's a prime example. Now they're sending almost all cars because that's probably all they have left. And if you've got multiple marches of cars, guys, that's a bad thing. You should never have more than 200 and maybe, one full march of cars. Right? And I'll tell you why. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, it inflates your might for no reason. Okay? Number two, cars aren't good except for gathering. So you don't use them for anything else. And number three, and most importantly, if you get burned at home, your hospital will fill up first with cars. So your cars will go to the hospital first. So if you get burned at home, and let's say you have 600,000 cars, you're going to wake up in the morning afterwards, after getting burned, with 600,000 cars in the hospital and the rest of your troops in the aid station. You see what I'm saying? So it's actually far more damaging and risky to have hundreds of thousands of cars than it is to simply keep one march of cars, right? 250,000 cars or something like that. At which point that's more than enough to farm 5 nodes. Right? That's far more than enough to farm 5 full nodes, even if you went 5 food nodes. And it doesn't inflate your might. And it's easier to manipulate your cars for battle. So if you are getting rallied at home, for example, and you have no way to defend, well, you can send your cars out in one march and then not have to worry about them. Or you send your cars on a rally to a hive mind for 30 minutes. And even though they're still in your shelter, they're considered on the rally so they don't get attacked first. So there's lots of clever ways that you can keep your cars out of your hospital if you have enough to manage. If you have, like I know a player, for example, who has over 1.5 million cars. And in my head, I'm going, that's, number one, that's way too much because you're inflating your might by a ridiculous amount. And number two, you've got more cars than you have hospital space. Like, what are you ever going to do with that many? You can't. So your best bet, always, very simple. Keep yourself 1 stack of cars. That's enough. And focus your troops on the troop styles that you're building the most. So mine, for example, if I look at my squads, I'm an infantry main, hence why I have almost twice as much infantry as I have everything else. But I only have 224,000 cars. I have enough cars to run my rallies, or to run my gathering, to run a full march if we're gathering in an alliance resource node, right? But I don't have enough to worry about outside of that. So it's not going to fill up my hospital. It's not going to fill up, anything like that. It's easy to manipulate. So best advice I can give you, keep control of your cars. Don't let them run out overboard. Because that by its own right just doesn't work. What I am going to do, though, just because it's a little bit more intimidating, we're just going to leave our troops in a big line across their front yard. Oh, look at this. These bastards. We didn't even notice, That's funny. We were too concerned about sending him on the front line. Okay, you want to play this game? That's fine. We are playing this game. We got 16 minutes. That's enough to fight. Let's rock and roll. We'll bring the fight directly to them. That's okay, Chainsaw Girl. You want to play this way? I can totally appreciate that. "16 minutes left on the clock. There's no physical way that they could possibly come back from this. Fr7 no limit, unfortunately, is going to go down with another loss here. It's going to give GrOp our 5th in a row. The chef's out here just firing on chainsaw like he can. That's perfect. So we just bring the reinforcements and send chainsaw home. This is my forward outpost. You are not allowed. Are we burning Chainsaw Girl at home finally? Jeebus. That's what it seems like. Well, I can't complain. You know? Can't complain. We got 15 minutes. Let's get that all the way back. Do we have troops in the middle? Good. Grab us our last canister for the match. Well, Chainsaw Girl is trying, man. Give her credit. She's trying. But this is a prime example, folks. This is why it's not all about might. It is about strategy. It is about understanding the mechanics. And it is about being willing to burn your own troops. If you're sitting at 170 million and you have less than 50% of your might in kills, you're doing something wrong. This game is not just about farming and growing strong. It's literally a war game. You need to go out and experience what it's like to fight, to win, and to kill troops. That's a huge concept, a huge part to this game. If you're missing that, not only are you missing out on the fun of the game, but you're also missing out on a huge aspect to it. You're misrepresenting yourself even to your alliance, to the, like, I mean, to anything that you can think of. It's a lose-lose. Because the rest of your alliance is banking on you carrying your own weight. Right? Just like every alliance works well when everyone carries their own weight. Here's a prime example where that's just not the case. 166 million points might with 5 million kills. That's pretty impressive to pull off. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, where are you going? You're coming to my helipad. That's fine. Let's attack on the way. That's kind of funny that she's sending 5 marches to take a helipad that doesn't have anything in it. Careful incoming! Incoming! Let's see how fast I can get there before they do. See, you can't keep up with me, Chainsaw Girl, so don't even try. See? See what happens? I'm literally running past all of you. This is a race. This is a race. See, here, look at this. This is funny. Yay, I was doing good. I was winning. Not really. Well, kind of. I wonder if I can relocate here. Hold on. I mean, I can relocate, but what's the point? Oh, I guess I can get my shit filled. You come here. Here we're going to reinforce. Reinforce with Biker Lady and all my bikes. Miyamoto can come over here and attack. But here's a prime example too. 166 million, you'd anticipate having tier 6 troops. And these, if they had tier 6 troops, we wouldn't be swinging as nearly as hard as we are, but they don't have tier 6 troops. Well, let's recall and then we can resend. Get ourselves fresh batches of troops running out. 10 minutes left on it. Pretty sure we've held back everything we can. Nobo bio canisters. It's literally just keeping them here. Is Chainsaw Girl still out here or did she get moved back? Okay. Let's get rid of this meet up and this infantry garrison because it doesn't matter now. What? Where did you come from? Jesus, where did you come from? Hi guys, faster. Hi guys, faster. Chainsaw Girl, you're being a pain in my butt. I'm gonna chase you down with my faster troops. Chainsaw Girl? No, no, no. You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word. 5 points if you can tell me the reference to that one in the comments. You didn't say the magic word. Oh, I hate that guy. You didn't say the magic word. Killing more zombies. Got the last bio building. Sitting at well over our 15,000 points. Mother and father holding it down. Jeebus Creebies. Jibbies Cribbies. Wowza. See, here's my point. At 163 million might, you should have... Wait, what? Wow. Okay. Range squad attack at a lot. But here's my prime example. 169 million might or 167 million might. You really got to be doing better than that. Like that's mind-blowing to me. It's funny because I'm sitting here at 105 million might and 75 million kills going, I need more kills. My kills are not representative of me as a fighter, you know what I mean? 6 minutes left. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. And we are rolling in, what is that, 22 times their might now? 22 times their points? Jeepers creepers, where'd you get that? No, can't sing that. I'll get demonetized. I don't even know. Is that song old enough? Oh no, they took a forward outpost. Thank you. So they just respond in kind. Well, if you're going to do it one way, you're going to thank Chainsaw Zombie. Why is Chainsaw Girl going with, Lewis and Jaden? Like, you couldn't pay me enough to use Jaden. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got left here. Chainsaw Girl's going out trying to find something else. Protect the forward outpost. Can't let Chainsaw Girl get there. I know I'm ragging on you a lot of Chainsaw Girl, but, you know, don't take it personally. It's just the way my mind is trying to understand things, so. Let's see what kind of hero she's looking at here. So a Dut Tom. I can see that. Bard. I'm not understanding the Bard Julia first. Rigoro Hank. Not understanding that one. Not sure. Not sure. Chainsaw Girl could probably benefit from watching my channel. Yeah. Just kidding. God, just humble me, right? Just humble me. Can someone please in the freaking reports just humble me in chat, please? Can you? Oy. I can feel my ego getting too big. It's not good. Not good. More troops done. 3 minutes left. Chainsaw Girl's finally given up trying to take outposts. Two and a half minutes left on the clock. Blue is coming to push them back fully into their gate. Looking at Mother and Father sitting atop the podium at 300 and... Oh my goodness. Sorry for all the pauses, guys. I'm having a bit of a scratchy throat recently, so I've been coughing and sneezing, and I don't want to put that on recording, so... having to click off and mute my microphone in order to do that. Chainsaw Girl getting sent back home. Silver Fox coming out with Lee to help buff. But again, I think they're just out smashing troops the best that they can. Let's see. Go ahead and see what Chainsaw's at here. 218,000 for her. So she is out just getting and throwing her troops out to the wolves, but if you did that more within the game itself, you might have a better experience in Pompeii. Because here's the truth, guys. The Pompeii is a really good way to experience fighting. and get a chance to kind of try some things out, try troop pairings and things like that, try hero pairings and stuff like that. But you can use it as a situation where you can learn and then take that into the real game where you can actually benefit from it. Because, don't get me wrong, Pompeii is one of the better ones because it is a free event and it doesn't cost you anything outside of playing. But the rewards for what you get compared to the rewards you get for IR, you know, or AR or GW, even for the War Meets War events and stuff like that, is just far superior. So take what you learn from Pompeii and put it into the real game. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Right? 30 seconds left. Well played by GrOp. Jeez. Well played, well played, well played. They won't even get there in 12 seconds, Chainsaw Girl. What are you trying? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Victory for GrOp. Victory for GrOp. Mother coming in at the top with 346,000 points. Cannot do any better than that, folks. Look at this. All the incubators, all the gathering, all the buildings, all the total kills at 17 million total kills. No healed almost. Cannot complain. That was probably about as perfect as you're going to get. Raise the personal best. Raise my history average. Heavily wounded troops didn't lose nearly as many troops as I normally do. But I guess that's what happens when you're fighting weaker troops than you normally would. But that being said, that does give us the win today, folks. We're going to collect that victory chest, enjoy our 10 frags and a couple of relocators and our 500 gems, and obviously take the win. That gives us 5 straight wins. Unfortunately, No Limit is now onto their second loss streak. Hopefully they can change that in the next coming week. Other than that, folks, thanks very much for tuning in. That is another rendition of the Recovery of Pompeii Takedown Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe button, fill out the notification bell so you get any new updates when videos drop. And go ahead and hit the comment section down below and let me know what you thought about it. What you think about kill might ratios and the rest. If I said anything today that you didn't like or something that didn't sit with you, let me know, because I always like to learn things too. So if I said something that might have been incorrect or might lead you down a different path, let me know and explain a different way for me, because I'm also obviously here to learn. Other than that, folks, thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all of you. We are getting very close to our goal here of just, I mean, we're shooting for 2,000 subs here as quick as we can. We're already over 1,500, which has been an absolute whirlwind to get to, but we are shooting for 2,000. So if you can share this video with your friends, share the stream, get it out there to as many people as we can. We are trying to grow as quickly as we can to hopefully set some stability into the gamership community. If you'd also like to be involved in my segment, Who TF Are You, where we interview the actual player base, feel free to message me either in-game or on YouTube, and let's get chatting. All you need is a Discord connection, a microphone, and an opinion. It's pretty simple. We can get that done and get you introduced to the community. Other than that, guys, that is it for me today. Love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, stay lifted.